Welcome back to Man Across New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling, and shall we see what's going on a lovely little island of Fawnhollow today? Is it me or is the volume too loud, or is it just right? Let's see. Oh, it's a bit too quiet. It's too quiet under. It's too quiet. You can't hear it. No. So yeah, I might be a little bit tired with talking today because I have recorded unintentionally 4 episodes of Chicken Police, and I guess we'll get into that in a little bit. But yes, the Chicken Police series is now done, and it's a fantastic game, and you'll get to see it in like a month's time or something. So I'm sorry to spoil oh so early, but anyway, hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 5:58 PM on Sunday, June 6th, 2021. Now for today's announcements, we have a visitor at a campsite. Woohoo! You know who we're wishing for: Fauna, Biscuit, Apollo, and I forgot her name. It's not Sandy. It's Phoebe. That's the name, Phoebe. I don't know why I thought it was Sandy, but you would have thought I'd know my favourite villagers a little bit better than that. But yeah, I played Chicken Police earlier today, and I played did my usual 2 episode recording, and then I was like, oh okay, it kind of seems like it's going to end in the next episode. I might as well knock out the 3rd one, another one now to end it. And then I was like, oh okay, hold on, Rambler, if you really want to max out your gains, you got to change it up, and man, I mean both for workouts and the scenery. So here's something to help you with the scenery. Just like that, you're halfway there, your muscle guru growing. So I was like, it seems like it might be ending in the next half an hour, so you know, I'll record 1 more episode. You know, just get this half an hour and get done with it and be like, oh, done and dusted. And then, you know, of course, it gets to the end of about another half an hour, and I was like, okay, clearly it's going to keep going on. So I was like, okay, well, now I guess I'll record another episode, you know, just 1 more to keep going. And that final episode is like an hour long. So I recorded unintentionally 2.5 hours of Chicken Police today. No, it was necessarily a bad thing. Chicken Police is a fantastic game. I do like playing it, and it was super fun. A super fun experience. It's just, you know, it's always hard when you're recording to know when it's going to be like, oh, do I end the recording now or do I keep it going? Because otherwise, like, if you keep it going, sometimes it'll just keep on going and going and going when you get like an hour-long final episodes like we did here. Sometimes if you cut it too short, I know you're one based off Gallon, aren't you? Boris. Or maybe you're not, I can't remember. Or the other option is you might end it and then you carry on the next time and it's like, oh, the next episode is 10 minutes long. Which happened in the case of A Short Hike, I think. I normally side of caution, I normally prefer to have a longer final episode because, you know, it's a finale. It should feel total and complete and that sort of thing. Chicken Police ended a bit weirdly, not like story wise, but like I did a bit weirdly because I accidentally missed one of the dialogue, so I had to hop back into the game to get the dialogue option, and because I thought it was going to be a pretty important dialogue, mind you. But you know, you'll see that if you want to. But it was a super fun game. Annoying. I guess one of the best things now is because Chicken Police has some of the largest video file sizes. So one, it takes a while to upload. Like I'm uploading the first part right now, and it's still got 50 minutes left because the episodes are like 10 gigabytes big or something. I know I can see. Yeah, like 10ish gigabytes. Like the final episode is 14 gigabytes. It's quite big compared to Fez, which is like 100. What? Fez is 5 gigabytes? Wow. When did these all get so big? Oh, compared to Celeste. Celeste is small. Celeste is about 2 to 3 gigabytes, which is lovely. Oh. What? Wait, what happened? Just saying hi? Wait, what? How do we manage to talk to you without, triggering the DIY recipe thing? What happened there? I have no idea. That's very strange. I have no idea what she said, but hopefully it wasn't something particularly crazy that I just missed out on. But yeah. Some of the video games I've recorded have been exceptionally large for a file size, and it was actually quite a nuisance because my drive is not that big. I have multiple drives in there. I've got a tiny 256 gigabyte drive, which I normally use to save like my main programs and the operating system on. I have a 500 gigabyte drive, which I use to save like games and other applications on, you know, like Clip Studio and Paint and that sort of thing. And then I still have it in there, a 2 terabyte HDD, which is a lot slower, but I used it basically to save like documents, photos, and that sort of thing. But the problem is it's kind of old now, and it's getting kind of slow, and it takes way too long, and I'm afraid it might break soon. So, you know, I've been trying not to use it. What I should technically do is actually just take it out of my computer and just keep it safe in case I ever need to, you know, use it again. And then it's like, oh no, I accidentally broke it. Hello, Claude. But yeah, so I've moved all the important stuff like my art and videos to the 500GB drive, but what that has means that I now have not much space on that drive anymore. So you might be like, hey, why don't you go buy another drive? And it's like, yeah, but drives are kind of expensive right now. Actually, I'm not sure they're expensive right now, but they were expensive last time I looked. So, you know, I've been kind of waiting for the drives to get a bit more cheaper before I buy some again, and maybe I'll buy like another 500GB thing just so I can, something just to store videos and like art projects on, about something, because videos especially are rather large in file size. My temporary videos folder is what I use to record my these videos into. It's like 200 or 300GB large right now, because currently I've got quite a big backlog of videos which I've recorded, because I like to have a backlog just so I can record them in advance, and if I ever need to take a week off or something, and I can just like stop recording and it'll be completely fine, and it'll be as usual. Right now we're about a month into advance, I think. Like I can see right now, like the last video, like the last video to be up that I've just uploaded is going to be on the 25th of June, so you know that's the end of a month. Celeste is just one day after that, 26th of June, and Chicken Police is going to be quite a bit after that. It's going to be like 7th of July or something. So that's quite a ways away. Obviously, it's like an entire month away. That's how like far ahead I am, which is fine. I like being ahead in bits of things. I like, you know, doing things in advance when I can do. The only problem is the storage space I have in my drive is now getting a bit finicky. I've had to start, you know, clearing things out, deleting them. Before, what I used to do is I used to record in an MKV video codec file, and then I'd change it to an. Oh, we should customize the shovel before we break it. I'd remix into an MP4. Why? Nothing in particular. You know, I just thought it would make more sense because MP4 sort of like squishes all the audio tracks down, so it should in theory make it a smaller video file size. It doesn't always do that for some unfathomable reason, and I don't really know why. But now I've got to stop doing that because, you know, I just don't have enough storage space on my drive anymore to do it anymore. And I only decided to do it recently because, you know, I recorded a Chicken Police video, so I tried to remix them, and I was like, you have no space. And I was like, oh, yeah, you're right, I actually just have no space, so, you know, just being uploaded as is. So if from Chicken Police episode 23 onwards, something bad starts happening, then my bad, I guess. It was not intentional, it was just recording, it was uploading just as a normal file size. Nothing bad should happen. Mind you, sorry, I was just coughing there. Because that's what I did for Bug Fables. I just uploaded everything using the original MKV file. But that has since, you know, changed since then. But I guess it doesn't really matter. So, you know, we'll stick it out with this, and hopefully it will be fine. So hopefully everything's gonna be alright. And if it's not, my apologies. So yeah, we've nearly deforested this entire place. We've just got this final tree to cut down, which hopefully no wasp's nest is in, but if it was, I wouldn't be all too surprised. Oh no, we got another one over there. But almost the entire forest has been chopped down, and the dead forest lives. And we need to make more money trees, actually. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so I'm slowly running out of space on my drive, so I had to delete some other things. You know, I've got a load of like other projects on there and the drive, and I can clear it out, uninstall some programs, uninstall some games. Only keeps installed the games that I actually still currently play. I mean, I still got Siege and Civ installed, which I really should uninstall because I haven't played them for like ages, just to clear up some space. But you know, that's neither here nor there. That's kind of like it's gonna all be solved with like a £50 solution or whatever to buy another drive, which I'll probably do at some point. But it is not quite a priority when I can just instead do some storage cleaning, which really is a far tidier. Oh, hello, random balloon in the sky. Will you be holding a recipe for me, perchance? But yeah, anyway, Chicken Police, good fun. Do like it a lot. Only downside, massive file sizes. It happened with like Hollow Knight had quite big file sizes as well. And then it was always great when you had a really small one. Like Short Hike was quite small. Opus Magnum was tiny, from what I recall. Mainly because there's not really many moving parts. That's how I understand what causes a large video file size. Is the amount of like bits it needs to render. Because as I understand it, a video is not rendered as you might expect, like from start to top, over and over and over again. That's like the old way of doing things. The much more modern, new way of doing things is videos won't re-render things if they don't change much. So like, you know, right now this entire background is staying exactly the same almost, so it doesn't like re-render it over and over again. It just checks, see if it changed, and if it hasn't changed, it will just keep it as it is, and that apparently saves them for memory. And then when I start moving again, that's when I believe the video is like, okay, things are changing now, we gotta, you know, actually render this and, you know, do it over and over again. But when things are staying the same and you don't need to re-render them, that's saves on file size or something like that. I don't know, it was like a Tom Scott video about it. He's standing like in a load of confetti, which is why like confetti, snow, things with a load of particle effects look really bad on videos, because when you like compress them, it's things changing all the time, so it kind of like loses quality or something like that. It loses information because of how much it needs to store or something. I can't quite remember. It's the bitrate, it goes down, basically. And you see that in streams as well. Sorry, if you ever watch streams and you see something like a load of particle effects, a load of moving pieces all at once, you can notice a definite quality drop. Sorry, let me have a sip of water. I've done a lot of talking. So yeah, it makes sense for something like Opus Magnum to have very tiny file sizes, because basically nothing changes. You kind of just look at the same board over and over again. So the entire like outside edge or frame of an entire video doesn't need to change. Let's see, what do we need to do? We should go clear up the flowers which have been spawning today. Do we need to hit rocks? I don't know. Not yet. We need to redeem at Nook mile points, catch things, repeat stuff, to quote Bo Burnham. He's got his new Inside special, which I haven't seen, but I've heard some tracks from, and honestly I kind of like them, so maybe I'll watch it. I don't know. I've heard Welcome to the Internet, because it's like been shared like crazy, and you know. Oh wait, hold on. I was not meant to get up. No, I put it in the wrong place. You fool! You fool! To quote a certain Gilbert Gottfried. Welcome to the Internet. Something. I don't know. It's pretty good. I do like White Woman's Instagram though, because that bridge, it gets me every single time. I've listened to it. Yes. I've listened to YouTube upload. I'm sorry. I know he hasn't officially uploaded it. I probably will actually go watch the Inside. It does seem pretty good. I do like Bo Burnham, I'll be honest. I like his humour. Like I liked his things before. I like Left Brain, Right Brain. But the Kanye rap was pretty good. And I'm an Artist, that's a good one. What else does he have? He has a lot of good if you don't know, he's basically a comedian, I suppose, who often uses songs to write things and that sort of thing. Why do we have two windflowers right next to each other? Is this on the path, that's why. So yeah, I know, he might not be your cup of tea, which is fair enough. Comedians there's lots of different types of comedians out there. Comedian has no sacred cows, but you know, people do have different tastes, so you would be remiss if you didn't be like, hey, I don't like this comedian. Like, he's as right to make jokes about it if he wants, but you know, unsurprisingly, I'm not going to go watch it if I don't like what they're saying. It's not Bo Burnham, by the way. Bo Burnham's pretty cool, from what I can tell. Unless he's not, in which case, whoops. But as far as I can tell, he's a pretty cool guy. Got good songs. Anyway, yeah. I don't know where I was going with this. I wanted to talk about file sizes. Like, I don't know. Because my HDD is 2 terabytes, so that should be inferior enough for everything, and it has been so far enough for everything, like photos and that sort of thing. But I've also had it for quite a few years, so that's why it's probably on its last legs, and it's going to fail any second now. Not any second, but like this HDD is from my first computer I built back in. Let's keep coconuts. I don't even know when I first built my first computer. It must have been year 8 or something. Is that right? Excuse me, I was just sneezing. Yeah, back in year 8. So I was about 13. So it's like 10 years old. It's quite old. That's fair. That's why everything important on it I have already backed up. So don't you worry about that. Always keep fail-safes and backups where you can. So yeah, it's quite old, but it's still like, even despite the fact I used it continuously for those years, I still have like 800 gigabytes free on it. So clearly, at the time, I was not really someone who needed that much storage space. 2 terabytes was excessive. Would have done fine with 1 terabyte, to be honest. Nowadays, things have changed. Now that I'm recording YouTube videos, big file sizes. I do a lot of art. It's not that big file size, to be honest. But, you know, if you do a lot of it, it kind of adds up, and, you know, I don't really want to delete them yet, but that's how it goes. And you upload them to the internet instead, and then they'll be immortalised forever until those services get shut down. But yeah, you know, it adds up. It's a little and often, as one of my French teachers used to say about practicing languages. We don't need to... Well, we should check on Amelia just in case she's, like, ill or something. But she's not going to be the one crafting for today. But yeah, that's what, it was good fun. So I thought I just got a Discord message. Let's see what's going on. Yeah. Oh, hello. Oh, you're wearing a hat. You don't normally wear a hat. Ali's, of course, playing in his League of Legends UK tournament thing today. I will be watching. It might be around the time I'm eating dinner, I don't know, but I'll be watching on my phone if that's the case. Because I support him, so good luck, Ali. You got this. Woo woo. He's on the team. Well, maybe I won't give it away, but you can find out, I'm sure, if you looked hard enough, but I won't give it away just in case he doesn't want it given out. But you kind of would have thought he's fine with it now that he's in the public eye. Well, not public eye, but potentially the public eye, so everyone wish him luck. Anyway, in fact, I should probably send him a message afterwards. Remind myself to do that. How am I going to remind myself? I'm going to put this box of medication right here in front of me. Is that going to remind me? Not really, but maybe it will. It will do if I put it in front of my keyboard. Definitely. You know what I mean? And in my case, I trained in massage. I can give myself one. It's like I'm training for massage and I'm massaging for the training. New dialogue option. I don't remember that, at least. But yeah, I don't know. File sizes. It reminded me because I have my old phone before this phone was a Pixel XL. It was a 64GB version. I can't remember, or maybe it was a 128 version. I think it must have been 64GB, and like I basically never filled up my storage space on my phone, like throughout the entire time, for like for 5 years I had it or something. It just kept on going fine. Like I it's not like I don't use it. I use it to play games all the time, and like the app sizes are pretty big, but still, like I was like, I don't know how to fill up 128GB. I never deleted photos, and even by the end of its life I still only like used up like 100 or so. And it's astonishing. And I guess like a lot of people, you know, do a lot of other things, like maybe they download podcasts, a load of music. I mean, I downloaded a lot of music myself, so I guess that's not really fair. They probably take way more photos than I do, or things like that, and that just adds up, and that's how you can somehow fill up 128GB. Oh, videos, also very costly. Oh, another pink lady. I was thinking we should put that by her house, because I remember we took one away at one point. I don't remember why, but now we got it back, we can actually put it back in front of her house. A pink lily. She's in right now, so let's go say hi to her. Of course, today being Sunday, we don't have any other visitors really concern ourselves with, so we're just going about saying hello to everyone. Hello, my name is Dear Darling. Let me tell you all about the most amazing game. Hello, ding dong. I don't know. I think what I'd say is that I just like seeing you in the mirror. Every day we all get a little bit better at being us, Rainy. When do we get all these new dialogue options? I swear I've never heard any of these before. Am I going crazy? Are these new conversations, or have I always been around and I just never paid attention? I don't know. I don't know. It's awesome if it's new though. At least being able to see something new. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, file sizes. Yeah, I don't know. Should we see how much storage I've used up on this phone? This one I think is 64GB. I can't remember. It's a Pixel 4a. I just opened the calculator. That's not exactly what I wanted. And we'll see how much storage space I've used up. I still got 40GB free, so I've used up about half of it. Oh, this one's 120GB. Wow. How have I used up 90GB in the short time I've had this phone compared to before? Well, I will say, games on my phone takes up 40GB. I bet that's Genshin Impact probably takes up like 50 of that or something. Genshin Impact takes up 12GB. Starlight Stage takes up another 11. Shiny Colors is only 3. Wild Rift is about 3. Fire Emblem Heroes 2. And there's just a load of other games which are about 2GB each. So, you know, I guess that's where all my storage goes. I don't need to really worry about that until I start actually running out of space, in which case I can start unstalling apps I don't actually use on my phone. Which, believe you me, there are a lot of them. What do we need to catch? What specific fish was this? We can try and catch it. A crawfish, okay, that's doable. Those are catchable in the singular pond we have. Maybe I should make another pond somewhere. Probably I should make one by, I guess Claude's house. We haven't seen Claude's house yet. We can make like a mini pond here, because this is meant to be future Biscuit's house, who are meant to associate with water. Or springtime. Water and springtime. I guess they're kind of hand in hand, these two. But yeah. Excuse me. Well, you're not even a crawfish anyway, you're too big, aren't you? So yeah, file storage space. You know what's crazy? How it used to be, I used to have like an 8GB memory stick. Well, I mean, I still have it, I suppose. Used to have this 8GB memory stick, which I used for basically all my schoolwork. Wow, you respawn quickly. I used for all my schoolwork back in secondary school, and it used to be way more than enough. Like, a lot of other people just had like 2GB memory sticks they used for like graphics projects and that sort of thing, and anything else. So that's just a train going by. And I used to have an 8GB one, which was, ooh, fancy a crawfish. Which was a very fancy one I got from China. It's actually super cool, because instead of, you know, being like that thick USB stick thing, it's actually just like half a USB stick. It's like not paper thin, but it's incredibly slim. And you just like slot it in anyway, and it's like tiny, and it's great. I love it. I actually don't know where it is right now, to be honest, but I just used that for my schoolwork, so there's nothing particularly interesting on there apart from schoolwork. I'll tell you, I used to use it for graphics, and I accidentally lost it multiple times. Like one time I was doing a graphics project, I can't even remember which one it is, and then I accidentally left it in the computer, and as like the lesson ended, or maybe I was in there for lunchtime, and because I was a good student, the teacher paid attention to my work. The teacher saw it in the computer after I left and knew I was working and recognised my USB stick, I guess. I can't remember if I showed him or something, and then he was like, hey, like I went to the graphics office like the next day or something, being like, can I see if my USB stick's in like lost and found here? And then my graphics teacher specifically went, hey dear darling, I specifically saw that memory stick and took it and kept it safe for you, you know, because I recognised it was yours, you know, take better care of your stuff next time. He said it in a jokey way, he wasn't like, oh, you're in so much trouble. At the time I was like, oh yeah, I was like, yes sir, sorry sir, thank you sir, that sort of thing. But because I was like, oh no, I hope I'm not in trouble. But you know, that's just the kind of way he expressed things. Really, it was just a really nice gesture. I didn't really realise that at the time, but it was just like he took special notice because he, you know, I was a good student and that sort of thing. Because like, I don't know, it's not like he would have saw someone else's USB stick and been like, just like, you know, thrown it in the bin or something, but he saw it and was like, oh, I know whose USB stick that is because I recognise it because his student's pretty good. Hopefully, is what I think. Not his student's really bad or memorable in a bad way. So, you know, you might say, that, what does that mean? Or this means no one else can claim it, I suppose. If they try and get it, be like, oh, this is a cool memory stick, let's take it. He knew who it belonged to, and I was like, oh, that's quite nice. There was another time I lost it with, in the music room. We had like a music computer suite where I can't remember what I was doing on it. I guess it was one of the music projects or something. Maybe composing something? I don't know. And I used my USB stick and I saved the project with my USB stick and I accidentally left it there. And then I was like, oh. I realised like, I used to take a train to school. On the train station back, I was like, oh my gosh, where is my memory stick? I don't even know where I could have left it. I guess in music room, maybe I left it in graphics or something, or maybe I just dropped it. I think it's going to be such a pain to go through all the lost and found to try and find it again. And then another friend who took the train, he didn't live that close, but he lived in like the same like city, I suppose, or village with me, came up to me and was like, hey, because like we sometimes go, if we're like our schedules synced up as we went home, you know, we'd go home together. Well, sort of like we at least take a train. I didn't actually live near him in our village, I think, but I don't remember. I saw him sometimes, and he was like, hey, there, look, I found your USB stick. I was like, thank you. Oh, except for I was already like cold and stoic back then, so I was like, oh, thanks, probably. But in my head, I was like, thank you, you are my saviour. Mr. I'm not going to say his name, I guess. It doesn't make sense because that's his first name, but whatever. You're my saviour, because it was really great. Like, how did you know it was mine? He was like, oh, like I saw the USB stick, it was still in my computer when I went to go use it, because I guess he was doing his project after me or something. Oh no, he just saw it in the computer, in the like neighbouring computer, and he just like took it and he was going to give it in, but he was like, okay, I should see who's it, maybe there's something on the USB stick to look, and he looked at the stuff and he was like, oh yeah, like, I knew it was yours because like I saw your family photos on there, and I was like, oh, that's great. I didn't even realise I had my family photos on there, but you know, I'm thankful I did, because then instead of giving it into the, what am I doing here? Oh, I'm doing the flower thing. Instead of having to go through the music properties lost and found, you know, had it in safekeeping with a friend I trusted, and he returned it to me, and it was great. I was like, oh, thank you. So, you know, this is a word of warning for you. I think from then on, I always save like a little notepad document, just being like, oh, who this belongs to, just in case anyone finds a USB stick. I'm like, oh, I don't know who it belongs to. You know, and I can't open this Adobe Illustrator document, which potentially says this person's name or something. It's just like a little notepad or a text file, and in the text file it says belongs to my name of this class or whatever, and it's all good. We need to catch more fish. So yeah, there's the only 2 times I can remember losing it. Yeah, I can't really remember any other times. That was good fun, I guess. Is it fun? I don't really know. But no, that USB stick got a lot of people being like, oh, what a fancy USB stick. Because I remember back in year 7, I can't remember what it was for. It was some project we had to do. Like, of course, I saved a project on my USB stick and I gave it to my my form tutor. And he was like, oh, this is a cool USB stick, and he couldn't really figure out how it worked. You think your base catchphrase is a little tired? Nah, it works for you. You got to keep it. You're right. Sums up and ended on the field. Based stays. Based is so good at you. For you, and I don't want you to ever stop using it. Based and sheesh. Sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, so that trusty little memory stick, wherever it is now. It might be in that drawer down there. I have like a little like tech drawer beneath me by my feet, which I normally put tech things like cables and stuff in. Which actually, I will say, I've been trying to find some DisplayPort cables, which I bought a pack of 4 ages ago, and of course I'm using 2 of them right now, and I was like, I had 2 spare ones at some point, which I put away, which I thought I put in here, apparently I didn't, and then, you know, my mother wanted one at some point, and I was like, oh, okay, you know, I'll just dig into this drawer and I'll get them for you, and I was like, where are they? I have no idea where they are. I've lost 2 DisplayPort cables, and I have no idea, so if you've got any suggestions, it'd be remarkable if you managed to guess correctly when on earth I managed to lose them, but I'm all ears, they're not in any places, because people say I have a good memory, which is true in certain aspects, but, you know, one thing, is that I can find things, which I have, because I tend to be rather organised. It's not like so much I remember exactly where things are, like every single thing, like, oh, you gave me this like 10 years ago, or like 5 years ago, where did you put this? And I'll be like, I have no idea why I put this. But the thing is, what I do is I guess where I know myself pretty well, I can guess where I put things. So if you'd be like, oh, where did you put this item? And it's not an item which I know exactly where the location is of, I'll be like, okay, I don't know exactly where it is, but if I think, where would I put it if you gave it to me right now? I would probably put it here, and then lo and behold, I look where it is, and there it is most of the time. This DisplayPort thing is something different, which makes me think I actually either gave away the DisplayPorts, or I used it or I put them somewhere else completely random, which is just unfathomable. So that's what you should do. You should have a system for where you would put things, so one that's easy to check for me, like, oh yeah, you know, my cables go in here, and, you know, like my old bank statements or something going to this place. And then you also, you know, you got to stick by it, because now whenever someone's going like, hey, what happened to that, you know, the old phone camera charging cable? where have you put that? It's like, oh, okay, well, I don't know exactly where I put it, but I probably put it with the rest of the charging cables in there. If I didn't put it in there, I'll probably put it in this other box, which I also use for electronic items, but it tends to be for older things. And, you know, you check both of things and you'll eventually find it. So a tip for being organised: understand yourself, and, you know, be consistent with where you put things. And if you stick to a system, it's easy to figure out where exactly you've stored things when you need to go find them again. Apparently we need to go catch one other fish, because a tin can does not count as a fish, which, you know, it's just rude. A tin can can do what a tin can if a tin can. I don't know. So yeah, storage space, basically. I mean, I guess amusingly, that's that little tidbit there is still to do with storage space rather than digital storage space. It's a physical storage space. Oh, I should probably have checked what insect it is. It might be a doable one. Bagworm. Possible. Bit of a nuisance one to go find though, because I can do it. No, I just need to go to the winter area and go find it, don't I? But it could be this one tree down here. Hello, Claude. Hello, Mira. Goodbye. Sorry, Jakey. Won't disturb you. Yeah, it could be any of these ones. But we'll see. I mean, if it ends up being a wasp, it just means that we can catch a wasp. Ah! Instead of a bagworm. So we might as well try. Oh, actually, we're kind of reaching the end of half an hour. Okay, well, we'll give it Old College a try and then we'll see. We'll try these trees. If it's not here, we'll just round off this episode here. Well, we've got an unfinished puzzle. Very specific. Got another wasp hive. But yeah, I don't know. Storage space. I mean, maybe at some point I should get like an external hard drive so I can like move things around. But I don't know, USB sticks are coming bigger and bigger. Like, we've got like 64 and 32 gigabyte USB sticks now in the same space. Crazy. Anyway, should we have this episode off here? Why not? If you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares are all greatly appreciated. Join my Dear Darling Discord down below and follow me on Twitter. I hope we can see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now from this very high angle because of Joy-Con drift. But, yeah, bye.